This is DAOU Chardonnay from Paso Robles. Paso Robles is much more synonymous with like Zinfandel and Cabernet, even more so. It's a pretty warm region. And while Chardonnay is a pretty significant portion of the plantings in Paso Robles, it's not the most popular grape from Paso Robles. So let me open up to the How to Taste Wine page. Pretty simple. Sniff, see, swirl, sniff, sip. I'll explain what that means. But let me go to my first page of notes here, and I will write down what we got. This is DAOU Chardonnay, grapes, just Chardonnay, 100%. Vintage, what vintage are we? We are 2023 Paso Robles. All right, so first step in that method was sniff. I immediately get like peach rings almost. So I'm gonna write that down. Now the reason that you wanna sniff first is that anything that's really prominent and jumping out of the glass right away, that's usually gonna be like the first thing you notice. And I kind of feel like that's gonna tell you a lot about the wine right off the bat. So next we move on to C, which is actually looking at the wine. It's convenient to have a tasting notebook in front of you while you do this because you wanna hold it away from your face a little bit. I could probably do with better lighting in here. But so I'm looking at clarity. This is crystal clear. Is a golden kind of like old straw color. So we are at crystal clear, golden / straw. You don't got to get super detailed when you take notes if you're not trying to be a pro. So sniff, see, now you're going to swirl, just gently, nothing crazy. Now you're going to sniff again. And now I'm getting more than just kind of like peach rings. That's still there, but vanilla is definitely coming out of that glass now, which tells me that there is oak on this Chardonnay. Something more tropical too, maybe pineapple. Of course, a little bit of like green apple. I mean, like this buttery creaminess is definitely very obvious. I kind of skip over that in my brain a lot of the time when I smell it because it's just telling me malolactic fermentation went on, but we'll write it down here. The oak is not overpowering, which is good. Chardonnay and Paso Robles, kind of you wind up with that like very fruit forward with the oak kind of riding alongside it instead of becoming the star of the show. It's because it's so warm there, the grapes get so ripe that you get a lot of fruit out of the wine, so they stand up to the oak a little bit better when it's used. All right, so that's the first 3 out of the way, or 4. Sniff, see, swirl, sniff. Now I sip. Not a lot of new stuff going on, but this is where you want to notice the acidity. I would call it medium acidity. I would also say it's pretty full-bodied. There is no tannin, so you can just skip that on something like this. It is a dry wine. There is no sweetness. I do enjoy it. If you're someone that likes really rich Chardonnays, this is great. If you like more like high-toned acidity and stuff in your Chardonnays, maybe skip DAOU. But I enjoy this for what it is, for sure. So next question on the tasting sheet rating. For me, 4 out of 5. And I'm not trying to rate this on like a scale of like, I'm not trying to be a wine critic when I do this. This is just my notes for me. Finish? For a wine at this price, it's pretty long, but I'm going to say like medium. And then you got this little section down here at the bottom with these little like check boxes. Obviously, I can skip tannin here. My rating, 4 out of 5. Would I buy it again? I think I would. Yeah, if I was having like butternut squash ravioli or something like that, I think this would work really well with it. I could probably use it in making like a shrimp pasta kind of dish if I wanted to. So yeah, I would buy this again. I probably will at some point. My notes, you can pretty much write whatever you want in the notes section. I'm gonna write butternut squash, and yeah, I like this wine. It's a good wine.